We've got big news about Critical Role's 10th anniversary, the Cosmere RPG becomes the king of Kickstarter, and a new podcast from Matt Mercer.
But now you have my attention.
Welcome to the Character Sheet, comic books home for tabletop and fantasy news. Today we're talking a ton of Critical Role news, the Cosmere RPG smashing records, and a chance to catch Dimension 20 live. Just remember to hit those like and subscribe buttons, and let's dive into the news. Cannonball! Critical Role announced some big plans for their upcoming 10th anniversary at their Anime NYC panel last weekend, along with some other bombshells about Campaign 3 and the cast members in general. One of the biggest announcements was Marisha Ray talking about Critical Role's big plans for their 10th anniversary next year, and how it included a lot of new live shows.
It's going to be like a year-long celebration where, I don't spoil anything, but we're looking at a lot of live shows. And we're hoping to announce all of them, like, soon.
Sam also got asked about making the switch from FCG to Breas and how it felt to join the table as a new character this late in the season, and he admitted that he actually kind of loved it, as it basically let him experience what Travis has been doing with Chetney for most of Campaign 3.
And it's so freeing and refreshing because I don't have like 100 episodes of baggage to worry about. And so I get to be Travis. I get to just say whatever I want to say and do whatever I want to do, and no one can stop me.
There was also a heartwarming cameo from Sam's mom. Ashley admitted that Fern still thinks she could turn into that evil version of herself she met way back in Exandria Unlimited. And Matt Mercer revealed that it's always been his plan to weave the characters from Vox Machina and the Mighty Nine into the story of Campaign 3, and even admitted a potential Avengers Endgame style fight with all three casts of characters participating could be the finale of Campaign 3.
I guess we'll have to see.
We can certainly try.
We can indeed certainly try.
Critical Role also just announced a live event for this December, as they'll be presenting a Daggerheart Critmas story live from the Freedom Mortgage Pavilion in Camden, New Jersey. This new Critmas-themed live show will be played using the Daggerheart system, with Matt Mercer as the DM and the entire Critical Role cast playing brand new Daggerheart characters in a brand new one-shot storyline. And maybe even more exciting, the characters will be created in a Session 0 we'll all be able to watch on Beacon or YouTube, and they'll be made using the final Daggerheart rules. So not only will we get another Critical Role live show this year, it seems like the final version of Daggerheart will be ready for release sometime around this holiday season.
Hot damn!
In other big Critical Role news, the official trailer for the Legend of Vox Machina Season 3 dropped this week, and the Critical Role cast are not pulling any punches. This season looks like it will not only wrap up the Chroma Conclave arc, but also include one of the most emotional deaths in Critical Role history. We won't spoil it for fans who may not have watched Campaign 1, but if you take a look at the trailer, you can figure it out pretty fast. Either way, keep those tissues handy this season because there are going to be a lot of tears in Season 3 of Vox Machina.
We have to believe it's going to be all right. And if it isn't, then nothing matters.
The Cosmere RPG from Brotherwise Games has officially smashed every tabletop record on Kickstarter, becoming not only the biggest TTRPG to ever hit the crowdfunding site, but also becoming the biggest gaming project ever and the third biggest Kickstarter, period. With over $14.5 million raised, that means that the first and third biggest Kickstarters ever are all based on the works of Brandon Sanderson. So a massive congratulations to the entire Brotherwise Games team for the huge success of the Cosmere RPG, which should arrive at backers' homes sometime around September 2025.
But I want it now!
Matt Mercer is signing on for another podcast, as the Critical Role star has announced he will be voicing Manfred the Skeleton in the new Dragon Age The Veilguard game and the new Dragon Age Vows and Vengeance podcast. The podcast will follow new characters as they attempt to rescue a friend trapped in the Fade, one of the key elements in the new Dragon Age The Veilguard game, and help expand and set up the world of Dragon Age before the new game launches, as well as reintroduce us to some classic characters like Matt Mercer's Manfred or the Elven Apostate Solus. Episode 1 of Dragon Age Vows and Vengeance is available now, so go check it out on your podcast platform of choice. And make sure to check out Matt Mercer as Manfred in the Dragon Age Veilguard game.
compelling, and rich.
Dimension 20's live show across the UK and Ireland this year was a massive success, selling out everywhere they went, and now fans here in the States and outside the UK will finally have a chance to see it for themselves. Being called Dimension 20 Time Quangle, the show features the intrepid heroes all playing one of their iconic characters from the various seasons selected at random each show, with Brennan Mulligan serving as the DM. The first 2 episodes of Time Quangle will be released in September, with a second batch of 2 episodes released in December to finish off the series. So enjoy the character jumping, time hopping insanity as Brennan Mulligan and the intrepid heroes finally bring their amazing live tour to Dropout, so the rest of us can give it a watch.
Brennan, this is a really big deal!
Universal Studios announced that Dungeons & Dragons would be one of its new FanFest nights at the theme park. The D&D FanFest will be a special after-hours event hosted at Universal Studios, where they will feature immersive D&D experiences, exclusive D&D merchandise, and even custom Dungeons & Dragons themed food. There will be several other of these fan experiences, including Star Trek and Back to the Future, but obviously the D&D fan experience is the one that we're most excited about. No word yet on when exactly the D&D FanFest night will be, but we imagine D&D fans will be flocking to the park once that date is finally revealed.
Come on, give me it. Give me it.
And finally, even more Critical Role news, as UniVersus has just announced a brand new set featuring Vox Machina and the Mighty Nine. 20 characters from Critical Role will be joining the new UniVersus Heroes of Exandria expansion announced yesterday, including new starter decks and booster packs so you can add all of your favorite Vox Machina or Mighty Nine members to your decks. The new Heroes of Exandria set will drop March 7th, 2025, and if you're curious to, play your favorite characters in this game and learn how it works, just go check out the Critical Role YouTube channel to see Liam and Matt play a game using the Critical Role Challenger series from early this year, because this is the second time UniVersus has teamed up with Critical Role to release a new expansion for their game. So that's all the tabletop and fantasy news we have for this week. Let us know which story was your favorite in the comment section, and don't forget to hit those like and subscribe buttons.